Hello people, hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about our mind, our state of mind, our mind's health. I mean, I'm talking from a parent's point of view now. I have children, and most parents realize that while you want to offer a very good time to your children every time, show him new things, make him laugh, play with him, I mean, everything is going to go okay, he's going to enjoy it, everything is positive. But a certain moment in the day, he's going to click and he's going to be crying and yelling, even if you did something that 1 hour ago he enjoyed, he liked. But as a parent, you know, yeah, he needs to sleep, it's too much for him. You did too much today. His mind needs to rest to process everything that happens. So you put him to sleep, he rests, he wakes up and everything is calm again. You can play with him again, he won't cry anymore. His mind basically got rested and it's not overstimulated, because they get to a point where they can't process, everything is new information for them and it's just too much. And as parents, we are aware to take this care of our small children, but unfortunately we don't practice the same care with ourselves as adults. We don't realize that we might be overstimulated, because basically you plan your whole week. Every day at work you have meetings, 5 meetings a day. Some of them you need to prepare a few days in advance. You're presenting stuff. You drink 30 cups of coffee every day, every week. You watch 5 movies every evening. You plan to go out with friends each weekend. You're always on the go, always something new, no break, just something to eat. And when you eat, you watch something on your phone, you keep connected. And then you wonder, why are you so depressed, so anxious? Because your life is full, you have so many things to do and you're so active, but still you feel anxious. Well, it's because you're overstimulating yourself as much as you're overstimulating a child. So I have a few approaches to try and better this for you, to make it easier, manageable for you. While it might sound a bit counterintuitive, because it's seen mostly as a privilege to have friends and to have something to do, you'll need to try and reduce the amount of activities you do. Try and keep some time for yourself. So this is the first advice I would give to try and improve your mental situation. You don't need to make every evening a going out party, or every evening watch a movie or do something engaging. You basically need to disengage from time to time. So try and filter out all the activities. You don't need to be sociable 24/7. Another point, a second advice would be to make sure that you get all your sleep. As I was saying, in a baby's case, sleep puts the mind to rest. So try and get 7-8 hours of sleep every night. I mean, losing sleep will just deepen the mind's state of depression, anxiousness, and of chaos if it doesn't get enough sleep. So you're actively stopping, you're actively making your situation worse by just losing sleep. So that's the most important thing you can do for mental health every day. Now, a third thing, also I was mentioning in the beginning that we keep ourselves busy, is just social media. I mean, mobile phones gave us access to so much information all at once, and this, I mean, they didn't exist. This access to information didn't exist 50 years ago. And every social media platform now, it's just an infinite scroll. You never finish scrolling. You scroll down, you get information that your brain processes. You're providing it to your mind, and it's like, this information, I'll try and store it. It's information, I'll try and store it. And we do this in every break that we have. So it's basically we don't have any breaks, because even in our downtime we just overstimulate our brain with what our friends did, with news, whatever happened in the world. I mean, we start to care about incidents that happened all the way across the globe on the other side of the world, and for people that we actually can't help in any way. And we keep our mind busy worrying about that when we have ourselves and our daily things to worry about. So even if you have a pretty basic daily routine, just adding all this media, all this information, can put your brain into overdrive, and about things you have no control over. You watch that a car accident happens somewhere around the world. I mean, our mind is fragile. You see all sort of gruesome things. That's what media tries to sell you. And 200 years ago, I mean, I guess comparing what you get in one day today as information, as news, maybe it's more than somebody got in their whole lifetime 200 years ago. So overstimulating is an understatement when we say about social media, either on mobile phones or computers or everything like that. So basically using your phone during your break doesn't give you any break, it just overstimulates more. I think this was the third tip I was talking about social media. So lastly, I mean, the first things are what to avoid, to do, what to not to do. And now let's say about what you can actively do to improve the situation. Try and get an hour a day, just yourself with your thoughts. It can be either just looking outside of the window, looking at people walking on the street, doing their whatever thing they do, minding their own business, and you kind of connect more with the world. You realize that whatever problems you imagined are not so big. Everybody has its own problems and its own situation they have to deal with. And yeah, either do that, stay an hour just watching outside the window, or hopefully you have a window to watch out of. People watching. Or just take some time with a paper and clearly start thinking and analyzing what causes you pain, what causes you stress, what causes you happiness during the day. But just be honest, at least with yourself in that time. You don't need to lie to yourself and think, this will make me happy just because, again, you saw on social media that made somebody else happy. You need to be personal, honest, when analyzing and staying and thinking. I mean, bottom line, what's being sold to us is that it's great to be well known around the world, to be famous, to be recognized, to have rich friends, activities and things like that. But maybe it's equally great and satisfying to have a simple life where you can actually be a good person and be kind and caring about the things that you enjoy, and you don't need to impress people around you. Don't need to have what's considered like modern day achievements. You can, maybe it's better for you just to have a mediocre salary somewhere in the countryside and not be in the big city in the chaos and earn I don't know how many times more, like your friends tell you or family tells you that he's in this city earning twice as much as you do in the countryside, for example. That's just 1% of the information that you're getting comparing to people. You don't know the stress, the commute that person is facing in a big city compared to the person outside of the city. So yeah, stop doing any activity that's not mandatory for some time. Kind of put your brain into a detox mode. That should make things better. And nature and working out and a good diet also helps a lot. So if you can be in contact with nature, or if you can do some physical activities or eat a healthy diet, it will honestly improve your overall stability, mood. So even if working out and eating are seen as mostly physical activities, they have a very big mental impact on you. So yeah, take care of yourself and try and stay sane for your sake and for everybody's sake.